And coming up, we'll see Puka Nacua. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Sentinels and the Shamrocks. And it kicks off next on NFL 25.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scotts alongside Brock Heward. And Brock, now that we're into the November portion of our season, we've got a pretty good picture of who both of these teams, at least who we expect these teams to be from here on out.
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. They're through the opening rounds if this is a boxing match, right? In this season-long fight. Early issues been worked through, or at least you hope so. And this is where they have to be in that groove as we push through the heart of the season. Any team...
Ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And off we go from San Juan. To return, here's Paris Campbell. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And leading them out is the 7th-year pro. Seems to be in the MVP conversation every year now. It's Josh Allen.
Even he mentioned it to us. There hasn't been much celebrated for him since last week. While other guys were taking in the win and enjoying some time to relax, he was reviewing what went wrong in that game. An interception, not finding the end zone. That's not the type of impact that usually finds you a win, and he knows he's got to do more for his team.
Clean breakup on that throw. So that brings up second down. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
First down throw for Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down by Fred Warner. We have an injured player down there, and with his history, we really hope this is nothing serious. It is J.K. Dobbins who was hurt on that one. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
On to punt on 4th down, it's Bradley Pinion. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So here's their offense now to take over for the first time. They're brought out by a rookie known for his incredible arm strength. It's the 6th-rounder from Tennessee, Joe Milton.
2 numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those 2 numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Second and 3 now. From the 43. Throw finds DeMarcus Robinson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Finds him over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be a first down. Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Here's Milton. He's on the move. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! It's picked up by the defense.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. It's Allen out of the pistol. Escapes the pocket. He's good. Oh, he lost the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. He's on the move. He keeps it and takes off. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now Milton to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Milton now. He's on the move. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. On comes the Sentinels punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They run the counter with Dobbins. He's got a gain of 6 there. Davion Clowney on that stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 34. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. For that.
And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Bradley Pinion on now to punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. He has it at the 33. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they'll get ready to go on offense. He'll start this one out with Hall. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
This one finds Gage. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Milton back to throw. And on target, Puka Nacua. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll give him a first down. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Juan Thornhill getting there for the stop. To give on second to Hall. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown! The Sentinels go up 6-0 here in the first. Brees Hall with the touchdown. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Sentinels will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Gamble now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense getting all set for this series. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Allen on third down. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And they'll have first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Flushed out of the pocket. Taking off with it again. Now hold on a moment, folks. We got a player in some discomfort after that one. He's going to receive some assistance as we take a brief timeout. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got first and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he's going for it again. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Shamrocks get it down to a single point. Josh Allen, the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end brought the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when the play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now outruns their offense to take over. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Milton. Okonkwo brings it in. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. All right, it's about time to get started with quarter number 2. Home offense out, ready to go. They'll have it 2nd and 8. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Milton. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
To get home and hit and impact the quarterback at this level, well, typically you got to do what this defense is doing, and that's keeping an offense off balance. Change up your looks. Rotate your personnel. Throw in some wrinkles, and once again, go hit that quarterback.
Trenton Gill out there again to punt this away. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. The Shamrocks and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. It's taken in by Kendrick Bourne. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it'll give him a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Hauled in by Dobbins. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
This offense ready to get going again now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He beams one, deep right side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. They go right back to Hall. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. He gets 6 on that play, and it sets up 1st down. Here's Hall once more. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. This time it's a passing play. That's caught, it's Breece Hall. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Back to throw, here's Milton. He gets this one to Legaue. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Nice spot here for the offense, it's 2nd and 1. Throwing from the gun. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. To throw, Milton. His pass caught by Legaue. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. Working inside the red zone. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown! The Sentinels take a 2nd quarter lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Santos connects on the point after. And the Sentinels break that tie and now lead by 7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Washington now to return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now this offense ready to head back out. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Quick on the draw here to Dobbins. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Running it again with Dobbins. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Now Allen going to the air. Gets it to Paris Campbell. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They get 13 on the pickup. And they're going to have a first down. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And they make this stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll give them a first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Back to Dobbins on first. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Dobbins gets it off the option. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out in the 3rd and short.
And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Puerto Rico. The Shamrocks at a deficit. First down from the red zone. He brings it in. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out. 2nd and 3 now. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's on the move. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Shamrocks earn the chance to tie before halftime. Josh Allen, the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Set to return. Here's Darnay Holmes. This return makes it up to the 25. The Sentinels and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch a breath. Return.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Got a man. Robinson has it. Decent gain here, but short of the first. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Throwing now, off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Trenton Gill on the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. First down, ball at the 36. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Back to the air, Allen. Oh, and the rush is too much. He's taken down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Gotta figure out this third down here. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. They'll punt it away again. Bradley Pinion headed back out. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be their football coming up. Their offense headed out now. Not much time left before the half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. He can run it. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that gives them the first. Milton back to throw. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. Milton now. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 27. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That brings us to the midway points with the Sentinels enjoying the lead here in San Juan. Now we'll head back to the lower 48. Check in with Jonathan Coachman at our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Holmes now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive of the second half. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. On the counter, Hall. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has a hole left, room to run. Hits the 20. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Sentinels grow the lead coming into halftime. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Extra point is good by Santos. And the Sentinels make it a 10-point ball game. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Washington now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Allen looking to throw. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Space past the 35. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
On 1st down, Allen bails out of the pocket quick. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's next big.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marte Mapu. And the Sentinels will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a 2nd half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the 1st play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They start the drive with Hall. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. That's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Now Milton to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We have an injured player down there, and with his history, we really hope this is nothing serious. It is J.K. Dobbins who was hurt on that one. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's going to push one deep down the right. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the fair catch is made just about a yard or two short of midfield. The Sentinels and this running back headed back out for a new series. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Milton escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. He slides down inside the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes. And
they take this in for the score. The Sentinels make it a 16-point ball game. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Santos connects on the point after. And the Sentinels take a 3-possession lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Gamble now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Dell now in motion right. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Jadeveon Clowney on that stop. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Now Allen finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. Blitz coming here. Allen connects with his back. Jaleel McLaughlin. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down. Allen setting up to throw. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was picking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. Their offense ready to take the field now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. A give left side for Hall. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it'll give him a first down. Here's Milton. Okonkwo brings it in. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. It's 2nd and goal. They are throwing it again. On the move, headed right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards. So they'll have some time to prepare for 3rd and goal. We're at the end of our 3rd quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Here's Milton. Chased out to his right. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Sentinels put up even more points in a win. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it too.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
That one right down the middle. And the Sentinels make it a 24-point ball game. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Gamble now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. McLaughlin's got it, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 38. This one quickly to Dell. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. All set up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw now, Allen. Completed over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you get even more aggressive and take that shot. Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
That's caught for the first. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. All right, set now, 1st and 10. To the air again, Allen. He's on the move. He takes it himself. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And this? Well, this is what the modern safety is all about in today's game. More and more, we see guys with an interception and a sack in the same game who can line up seemingly in 10 different positions on the field. Almost a positionless defender, yet their impact can be so great.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Buys time, rolling right. He's running for it. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Allen. And that one's unsuccessful.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
3rd and goal for Allen. Forced out to his right. Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it. Someone punched it out. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. We've got a break in the action. Looks like someone was shaken up on the play. Medical personnel out now to attend to him. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. They'll go. Allen. Flushed out of the pocket. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Shamrocks putting up points in a game decided. Josh Allen, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. And if you like scoring, well, no doubt this dude's been one of your favorite quarterbacks to watch this season. That is rushing touchdown number 10 on the year. And he's really had a running back's nose for the end zone every time he's taken the field. Allen looking to throw this. And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a 2-score game here late. All right, partner, it is a small step on a long road back, but a necessary one. The touchdown and that conversion drop us back down to a 2-score game.
So you're saying there's a chance, Kate, just a little bit of a chance. Maybe they got to do it again and again and again. But all I know, time may not be on their side, but they did gain just a little bit of momentum.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Holmes now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Sentinels headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. From the 29. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They're set up at the 35 now. Tight end going in motion here. Cut out left. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And there wasn't much he could do there. A small gain to the 43. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on third down. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Big gain, 14 on the play. And they'll have first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, it's Hall. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
This time it's a passing play. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. To throw, Milton. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll give him a first down.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. And it's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's first and 10. Milton. Flushed down out to his left. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
This is one of those situations where QB's strength and ability to run can be a great blessing, but can also be a curse. We've seen him use his feet before. This guy can escape, and that's a blessing. But it can be a curse because sometimes you think you can get out of everything, and this defense just proved he couldn't.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Hall running between the tackles. And he's able to get this down to the 13. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Milton now. On the move, headed right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he goes down, so they're set up with a nice 1st and goal as we've reached our 2-minute warning. They'll run here, it's Hall. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. Now we get another stoppage here, just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Hall. And he's in for the touchdown. The Sentinels make it a 3-score game. 4th. Brees Hall with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating.
Look at you.
And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Extra point is good by Santos. And the Sentinels stretch the lead to 23. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Washington now to return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Shamrocks are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? Hauled in by Dobbins. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. They've got to keep moving quick here. From the 34. Oh, he's out of time, and they drop him. Well, after recording the sack, it looks like he is the one who's shaken up. We're going to get a stoppage here as he gets looked at. Let's see what they went with on third down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Trying to push it deep downfield. Big gain downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Allen now on first down. Connection made to Dell. And they take him down right along the 30. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. Oh no, he lost control of another one! And it looks like they got it back. They did. Offense maintains possession. They need some extra time to think over third and long. We've got a timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on third. Complete beyond the marker. It's inside the 10. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Big play sets him up pretty here with first and goal from the 5. From the red zone now. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Shamrocks making the scoreboard look a touch better. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Chased out to his right. And he reaches the end zone on that 2-point try, Brock. This is going to cut it to a 2-score game now, down 15. Hang on now. Looks like we've got an injured player out there and in need of some aid. So we'll step away briefly as they work on him. And the hands team brings in the onside kick. That should set them up for victory. And he's able to get this down to the 36. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, they game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot. Now you can enjoy the victory.
So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Sentinels as we say adios from San Juan.